May profits be upon you. We're going to take a look at gold right now. If you haven't looked at the FX futures weekly outlook, if you haven't checked that video out, which I just posted a little while ago, make sure you check that out first. Okay, you want to check that out and be better informed as to the pairs that I'm going to be looking at, which are listed to the right. All right, we're going to start with gold. Gold, I just want you to see that if we go to the weekly. All right, first of all, the COT report says that 63% of banking institutions are long, 63%. All right, they've opened 8,810 long positions and closed a massive 27,494 short positions. They are going long. You understand? They are going long. All right, they did as of the last report, which is on the 4th. All right, so they went long and everything, and they took profits on their shorts, and that's interesting to me. All right, because the strengthening of the U.S. dollar. All right, you saw the jobs report. You saw how things went when that came out, right? And that only strengthened the argument for the Fed to continue to hike aggressively. And we have CPI data coming out on Thursday. We have FOMC on Wednesday. All right. So and we have a bank holiday for the US on Monday. So you may see some a little bit of sideways action, not a whole lot of movement maybe up until CPI data. If the CPI data comes in as expected, well, let's not say as expected, but if it comes in where it shows that inflation is not getting any worse, or maybe it comes in a couple of points down, right? Maybe 8.1, maybe 8.2 or 8.0. It may, it's going to affect the way the Fed will look towards hiking the rate, right? But it would have to be pretty significant for the Fed to change their hawkish policy. All right, so I'm not expecting a whole lot other than the U.S. dollar strengthening. All right, and which would bring gold down. Right now, if we look on the weekly, we can see that price made lower lows and lower highs. Easy. All right, that's the easy part. All right, on the weekly, we are in a downtrend. Easy, right? We see that price has reacted bullishly once it reached this weekly zone of demand. All right, and the daily zone inside of it, nested inside, it gave a very strong reaction, but it only brought price back up to the premium price of this leg of structure. Okay, and it reacted to this opposing supply zone here, and only the extreme of it, right? So if we go down to the daily, we can see, oh man, we can see in this leg of structure price, this is the EQ, the midpoint of this leg of structure, and price came back above it, all right, reacting to the supply up here, the supply zone, all right. I just looking at the strength of the US dollar, and I'm projecting that it will get stronger. I'm looking at price coming down, even, continuing to come down towards this low. Okay, continuing the overall bearish trend. Now we may see a pullback into CPI, right? We may see a pullback into CPI, but I would look at it as a flagging situation, a bear flag, if you will, and I would be looking for a better price to take price further down, at the very least, into this demand area down here. Okay, let me get rid of that. All right, and if we go to the 4 hour, this is where we make our money, right? you can see the EQ of the leg, right? But in each push, all right, in each push phase, there is a leg of structure, right? This leg and then this leg. What happens is, what you have to take note of is price broke the top of this leg of structure. What does that signify? It signifies that internal structure, when price turns up for that after making a lower low and looks to make that lower high, right? We are bullish internally, if you will. All right. And what I'm looking for is a break of structure, an internal break of structure, the IBOS. And we broke structure to the upside. So we're actually bullish internally. All right. But we understand that it may have only been, we turned bullish to facilitate a lower high to be made. Now, how do we know if that lower high is formed? How do we know that price is done with the pullback? Because we can go pull back further and still, continue this bearish trend, right? We can pull back further into premium price as opposed to discount, all right? What will let us know it's over is another break of structure to the downside, right? And did we accomplish that after making this high and breaking that, this area where I would consider the cause of that high, right? This is the bearishness, the pullback here is not part of the up move. Do you understand? Price pulled back and then up. So I'm looking at it in that way. All right. We did break these highs though, and that was a pretty nice push. So I'm looking at these as short-term lows being broken. And we didn't get a convincing break below that just yet, but this represented a weak supply, right? Price gave a reaction to it, and we finally breaking through that. And once we take out supply, I'm looking at price to test the supply that is, once we break demand, I'm sorry, I got thrown off by the colors. Once we break demand, I'm looking at the supply that's responsible for it. All right. And in this area, I'll be looking here. All right. I'm marking my zone up here. And it's just beyond the top of this candle. So I'm looking for price to quite possibly fill, this up until not FOMC, but CPI. We have FOMC, when was it? Wednesday, and we have CPI data Thursday. And I'm looking for price to do something like this. If it even goes up there, right? Up until Wednesday. It may not. We might just see price drop all the way down here. All right. But that's that what do you call it? A drop, just a drop from the open is not in my price, my what do you call it? My trading plan. So I don't know. I don't know how I would get in this other than after a pullback. I'm waiting for this zone to get a break, a candle body break and close, and we are getting that right now here, right? If we get the pullback, that's where I'm looking to enter a short, at least down to here. All right. At the very least, I'm going to take some profits, and I'll put my manage my trade, and I'll put some my stop loss to break even. Now, in a bullish case, all right, if price just all of a sudden starts to break up, I'm waiting for this zone here, this supply zone, to get taken out. All right, I got to wait till supply is removed before I can take a long. All right, so in that scenario, I'd wait for price to react to this zone, then push through, and whatever demand is left here, that's the one I want to take higher up. I don't recommend longs right now because of the strength of the US dollar and the projected strength that may be coming to it. All right. I'm looking for shorts. So if we can get that, if we can get this and get 15-minute confirmations, all right, for a short, I would love to take it. If it just comes down and breaks this, I'm looking for daylight and a pullback to this area for the supply that broke this demand. All right, and I will be looking for a trade from there. All right, in either case, I'm looking for shorts until I get better information. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Hey, smash the like button for me if you want to support what I'm doing here, and do leave a comment. All right, subscribe to my channel and catch the updates. I have a bunch of other other videos coming out. As you can see, I got a list that I want to get to, and I will see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.